Hello there, Eagles. It is I, Mr. Sorensen, coming to you with some incredibly important information about the Great Armstrong Read-a-Thon, which is our annual fundraiser, which is coming up, which will start today and go through February 19th. I love reading. It's one of my favorite hobbies. I read all kinds of different books. I read science fiction, I read fantasy, I read books about how to be a better principal. I even read instruction manuals for how to put things together. I love reading. I can never get enough of it, and I hope that you love reading as well. Our fundraiser this year is going to be an opportunity for you to improve your love of reading through engaging in a great read-a-thon. So here's how this is going to work. Today, I will be sending an email home to everyone's parents, and I will also be sending a note home with you today. If you're a distance learner, then you will have received a communication from your teacher, and that communication contains an invitation to register for the Great Armstrong Read-a-Thon. Now, when your parents get the email or the link, they will simply click on it, they will fill out some simple information, and they will register you to have your own Read-a-Thon page. Now, that Read-a-Thon page will enable you to track your reading minutes through the next few weeks as we engage in the Read-a-Thon. It will also help us track how you're coming for your goal, and it will allow your parents and everyone around you, grandparents and uncles and aunts and pen pals in Sweden, anybody that you're connected to over social media, to donate to your reading efforts. These people will be donating to sponsor your reading, and that money will go to our school in the form of a fundraiser. I really like this fundraiser because we're not selling anything. There's no chocolate or wrapping paper or coupon books or anything like that. All we're doing is reading, and people are sponsoring you to read and to read more. Here's how it works. So once your page is set up, your various relatives and acquaintances over social media can share over Facebook or email or anything of that nature a link to your reading page. Then people can choose to click on the donate button and donate money to your reading cause. For every $10 that they donate, you are committing to do an extra hour of reading, and that's above and beyond the 20 minutes that we do every night as part of our homework. So this is extra reading. Now, this sounds like a sweet deal to me, because if somebody would pay me to read, boy, that would be nice. I read a lot anyway, and it'd be great to get paid for that. We desperately need the money here as a school. All of that money goes to Student Body, which is the same pool of money that we use for our Treasure Tower token, for our Moonbuck parties, for the big balloon arches and the clap-outs, and all of those fun things that help our students to have an enjoyable time here at Armstrong are funded out of that Student Body Fund. And sadly, we're almost out of money because it's been a long time since we did a fundraiser. So, the Great Armstrong Read-a-Thon is upon us. Now, as you read and as people donate to your cause, there are some fabulous prizes. The first thing that everybody has to do is register. So that's making sure that your parents get on their phone or on a computer and register and set up your webpage with their thing. Now, the moment you register, we'll know it because you'll be connected to your teacher's class. And at that point, we will give you a custom bookmark, and you can use this in your efforts to read your reading minutes once you are registered. And we will also give you a coupon to some sort of nearby restaurant or some sort of snack. We haven't landed on exactly what that will be yet, but we'll get them. And then you'll get your bookmark, and then you can begin reading. Now, there are some incentives for doing that reading. The goal for every student in the school is to raise $50. So for every student who raises $50 through donations of their parents, things of that nature, once you have raised your $50, then we will give you a special button. We haven't made them yet, but we'll give you a special button with the Armstrong Read-a-Thon logo on it, which would be great. And we have also bought a huge pile of brand new, very popular, very wonderful books. This one is some Rick Riordan, great book. I've read this one. And you will be able to go to the library once you reach that $50 threshold, pick out a brand new book, and take that as your reward. If you continue raising beyond that $50 goal and get to $100, then we'll give you a second book. And also we will let you select a toy from our box of stress relief toys. It has been a very, very stressful year, and everybody's in need of some stress relief. And so we bought a bunch of stress relief items and put them in a box, and you can choose one that is pleasant to you. My favorite is this little spine diddly frog. We bought a bunch of these. I call this one Remy. And he He is my spine diddly frog. Anyway, you can get a spine diddly frog just like Remy or something else for $100. If you keep going beyond that and manage to get what's called a superstar donor, if you're a superstar donor and your grandparents really love you and your uncles and aunts and everything, and they manage to raise $300 to your cause, that's a lot of extra reading. We're going to reward that, and so we will have a special activity here at Armstrong for all students who reach that 300 threshold called STEM After Hours. And what that will look like is we will have a day when I will come here in the evening after the school is closed down and everything's dark and everyone's gone home, and I will open up Armstrong just for those students to come in, and I will bring every video game machine and electronic entertainment which I own, which is a lot of them, and we will have a massive, safe, socially distanced party to celebrate your fundraising efforts as a thank you from me to you. So that is STEM After Hours. That's for anybody who donates up to $300. There are some incentives for your class to get registered. We want every single student to register if possible, and maybe raise a little bit of money, but we want everybody to register. And so once 50% of your class is registered, then we will provide a free extra recess for you. And Mrs. Draper and I will do the recess duties for that recess. If you reach 75% of your class being registered, then we will do 30 moonbucks towards your class, which you can use for a moonbuck party of your choice. And again, administration will cover that. And then if you get 100% of your class registered, that's everyone in your class registered, then we will do an awesome just for your class lights out glow stick party, dance party in the gym, which is an awesome thing to do. I'm very excited about doing that. If you're in a distance learning class, you're still, of course, invited to participate, and we will have incentives for your class and your teacher when you reach that 50, 75, and 100% threshold. We haven't quite ironed out what those will be, but we'll make sure that they are awesome. I almost forgot to tell you about the prizes we have set aside for the students who raise the most money for our fundraiser. We will have 3 students that we honor for raising the most money in the school. To the person who raises the 3rd most money in the school, we have this wonderful Bluetooth speaker, which is very cool, and you can use it to listen to your jams and your tunes. And we have also ordered a giant version of the rubber puffy frog for that person, who is the 3rd top seller. 2nd top seller also gets a giant puffy frog, and these very cool AirBeats Bluetooth earpod wireless butt phone things. I'm a little jealous. I kind of want these, but they're for the 2nd place seller. And for the 1st place seller, they will also receive a giant puffy frog, which of course is the coolest thing ever. And we have ordered a Nintendo Switch for that person. So we have a brand new Nintendo Switch waiting for the top money raiser in the school. So those prizes are for those who go above and beyond to raise money in our fundraiser. Finally, let's talk about school-wide incentives, because we have a school goal to raise $10,000 total dollars. We need those $10,000 to continue all of our awesome programs here at Armstrong, so let me run down how those will be. If 50% of all of the students in the entire school register, then as a reward for that, we will schedule and do a crazy hat day. I have brought my pith helmet as my crazy hat, and you will be able to bring whatever crazy hat you choose and wear it to school on hat day, or any kind of hat really. So hat day for 50% of everybody registered. If we can raise $2,500 as an entire school, and I think that that's very doable, then we will do a crazy sock day. Here's some of my favorite crazy socks given to me by a student here at Armstrong. It's my Neil Armstrong socks. You can wear whatever kind of crazy sock you'd like on Crazy Sock Day. If we get to $5,000, then we can do a crazy hair day. This is my crazy hair. For those of you who remember Mr. Howe, this is my Mr. Howe hair. There, I look just like him, don't I? Yeah, Mr. Howe hair. Anyway, crazy hair day for $5,000. And if we reach $7,500 worth of donations, then I will bring my special guitar from home, set up in the lunchroom, and then during lunchtime, we will do a concert in the lunchroom, and we'll invite our distance students to come in virtually to that concert as well. And you can enjoy my melodious singing. We'll sing some songs together. It'll be great. And then if we reach our school goal, which is $10,000, then we will do the apex activity of the Great Armstrong Read-a-Thon. And what that looks like is we'll cancel instruction for a whole half a day. Everybody can come in their pajamas with blankets and things of that nature, and we will cancel all the teaching and just enjoy reading together for a whole half a day, which will be a wonderful thing to do as a whole school. We've never done that as a whole school before, so it would be great to have a whole school read-a-thon, everybody together. We'll invite our distance students to join us via Zoom for that read-a-thon as well, so they can enjoy that. If you are a distance learner, we are getting a whole bunch of new Sora books as well that you'll have access to on Sora, so you can read those. If you don't have access to books to participate in our read-a-thon, we'll make sure you've got something to read. Finally, and this is very ambitious, if we double our school goal and raise $20,000, which is a lot, if we can raise that $20,000 for our school, then we will do a magnificent activity that we will call Nerd Day. We haven't worked out all the details of Nerd Day yet, but essentially what Nerd Day is a giant school-wide gaming party, and it will be spectacular. I'm not certain if we'll be able to raise those $20,000. That's a big ask, but if we get there, we will launch Nerd Day, Armstrong's very first Nerd Day ever. So we're looking forward to all of those events. Armstrong students, this is very important, so pay attention. I want you to read, and I want you to love reading, and I want you to enjoy reading. And we could certainly use some money to help our school along. I understand that the coronavirus has made things very, very difficult for some families, and that some families don't have very much money right now. We'd invite you to still register, just so we can meet our registration goals. But if your family cannot help donate to the school this year, please know we understand. We love you, we care about you. We don't want anybody to be put in a very hard position by this fundraiser. But if your family is in a position to help even just a little, that would be extremely useful for us in the coming years when we move forward. So we're looking forward to the Great Armstrong Read-a-thon. Again, that starts today, February 1st, and will run through February 19th. Your teacher will be able to answer any additional questions that you have. If your teacher can't, then they can ask me, and I'll answer the questions, and then they'll answer the questions. Good luck, Eagles.